Good Erev Shabbos. Not Friday, it is Erev Shabbos. It is Rosh Chodesh Adar. Nishenichnas Adar, we're entering the month of Adar. Nishenichnas Adar is entering us. Turn Friday into Erev Shabbos is generously sponsored by Mendy and Tzipora Fishman. Schutz v'chai Rivka bas Tzipora Friedel in memory of Rabbi Jonathan Sachs, Rabbi Yaakov Tzvi ben David Aryeh. A good Chodesh, it should be a month that's filled with Geula. Just like Hudim Ma'isa'ura v'simcha v'selson v'ikar, should hear besoros tovos, we should hear good things, Yeshuos v'nachamos. So it may feel like a Friday, an ordinary Friday, but there's no ordinary Friday. It's not Friday. In fact, it is Erev Shabbos. It is, of course, counting down, counting up to the Holy Shabbos, to being transformed and inspired and molded and shaped by the tachlis, the masa bereshis, by the essence and the purpose of it all, which is to enjoy and to celebrate Shabbos together. Rak shivto yitain v'rapo yirapeh, we've quoted in the past, not shivto yitain, shabaso yitain v'rapo yirapeh. You want to heal, you want to be whole, you need Shabbos. Not shivto yitain, rak Shabbos, shabato yitain v'rapo yirapeh. Refuah, healing, becoming whole, comes from Shabbos, disconnecting from the world and connecting and returning to our roots and to what matters and tapping into the essence of who we are, connecting with the people around us, connecting with ourselves, connecting with Hashem, something only Shabbos provides. And that's what Friday, Erev Shabbos, is all about. We turn our Friday into Erev Shabbos when it's not just another weekday that we're trying to eke out and squeeze out every vachadik, every weekday thing we can, every moment with technology, every moment of work, every moment of our to-do list. We turn our Friday into Erev Shabbos when we begin already to withdraw from this world to enter the world of Shabbos. That Friday is not Friday, it's Erev Shabbos. Our head, our mind, our attitude, our approach, our thoughts, our consciousness, it's all in that place of Shabbos. Enter that other world. Where Motzei Shabbos, the world will come back. Motzei Shabbos, that will be waiting. Motzei Shabbos, we begin again. But for that 25 hours of Shabbos, we retreat into that place of truth, into that genuine place, into the place that is the essence of it all, that why we worked this hard. I want to share with you a thought that's relevant all the time, no matter when you happen to be listening to this, but is connected to the parsha that we're reading, Parshas Mishpatim. The Torah tells us in Parshas Mishpatim all about the laws of Shmita. 6 years you work the land, you gather. The 7th year you let it rest and lie fallow. And the poor people can come take from the land. And then the next pasuk, we pivot from Shmita, Shvius, to Shabbos. 6 days do you work. Ben 6 days do work. On the 7th day, stop working. Why? Lema'an. What's the reason? What's the purpose? What's the goal? Lema'an yanuach shorcha v'chamorecha. So that your shore and your chamor, so that your ox and your donkey can rest. And that your homeborn slave and the stranger, everyone will rest. What's the connection between Shmita and this pasuk? Why are they back to back? So Rashi says, even in the year of Shmita, which is the 7th year of a 7-year cycle, so it's the Shabbos of years, don't think since the whole year is really Shabbos, I'm resting, I'm letting the land lay fallow. Maybe I don't need to keep the Shabbos of the 7-day week, since I'm keeping the Shabbos of the 7-year cycle. So therefore, the Torah comes out of its way after giving us Shmita, Dafka, to tell us that even when you observe Shmita, don't forget Shabbos. Don't forget that 7th year. But were you bothered? I'm bothered. Laman yanuach shorcha v'chamorcha, so that your ox and your donkey will rest. Is that really the purpose of Shabbos? Rav Druk, whom we had the privilege of hosting in our community this week, Rav Yisrael Meir Druk Shlita, author of 55 Svarim, Rosh Hashiva of 2 yeshivas, incredible gaon. The Pshuto Advar Muflon Lisbonein, Kol Inyana Tachlisa Shal Shmir Shabbos, Ach Verak Beshvil Sheyanuach Shorcha V'Chamorcha. Atmiya, what a question. The whole Shabbos is for your donkey and your ox. That's why you're resting. That's why we keep the 39 malachas. That's why you cook and you clean and you set a table. That's why you shop. That's why you spend money. Rest on the 7th day rest. And why? Lema'an, why? How does that make sense? And listen to what Rav Druk says. And with it, we turn our Friday into Erev Shabbos. We go into Shabbos. And we go into a different Shabbos than we ever had before with this insight. Ein lanu el lefarish ki ratzon haTorah sheshmiras haShabbos sheyehuditi al zeh beofen sheyashbiu ma'asav af al chayos ve'behemos. Lema'an doesn't mean that the reason that we shop and cook and clean and set a table and change our clothing and shower Doesn't mean that the reason we make Shabbos is so that the ox and donkey can rest. It means we make a Shabbos that the atmosphere is so different, that the environment is so radically changed that the ox and the donkey notice too. We change the whole environment. We change the atmosphere. We change the culture. We change the home, so even the animal notices. On the seventh day rest, and what type of rest? A rest that does what? It's the type of rest, the type of a change of an atmosphere that your cat, your dog, your hamster, your lizards, your iguanas, they know this is not the rest of the week. This is not like the other 6 days. The activity and the energy and the angst and the anxiety and the decibel level and the volume and the absent presence, all of that, that's the rest of the week. No, something's different going on right now. The type of atmosphere that we create on a Shabbos is so radically different that even the pet, that even the animal notice. That the more that we lean in, the more that we experience, the more that we are transformed, the more that we're really present, the more that we embrace, the more we're disconnected we are and connect to Shabbos, it changes the atmosphere. The oxygen is different. The energy is different. The atmosphere is different. You walk into a home and you say, this is Shabbos. This is Shabbos. Not just because there's no technology blasting and blaring and distracting, but this is Shabbos. It's such a different energy that an animal could take notice. That's what the Torah is telling us in our parsha. Ad kedei kach. So, Chaver, that's our mission. That's our mandate. To turn our Friday into Erev Shabbos is to think about, how can I change my home and the atmosphere and the energy and the air in the home, that it's obvious to all, even an animal, that there's something different going on. There's a Shabbos energy and a Shabbos atmosphere and a Shabbos attitude and a Shabbos experience and a Shabbos approach. L'ma'an, that's the purpose, that's the goal, that's the reason. That's where we want to get, to change Shabbos. Not just to go through a checklist, check, turn off the refrigerator light, set the timer, did the thing, put up the hot water, the cholent, blah, 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 blah. It's not just a checklist. It's an atmosphere. It's an environment. It's the air. It's the energy. What can you do on the rest of this Friday to turn it into Erev Shabbos? How can you turn Friday into Erev Shabbos? By thinking about how you're going to change the energy in your home this Shabbos. How can we change the energy? How can we have a different energy in our home? And Amir Hashem, that new energy, Shabbos miluzok. Shabbos should bring strength. This new energy, Shabbos should bring geula, should bring redemption. Shabbos should bring besoros tovos. Shabbos should bring good news. Of a beautiful Shabbos, a healthy Shabbos, a safe, secure Shabbos, a Shabbos of redemption, a Shabbos of besoros tovos. Nashi